Welcome back, surf fans, to the Vans World Cup of Surfing. Round 1, Heat 5 in the water. We've got some superstars. An international heat here with Aritz Aramburu, Thomas Woods, Kaimana Hakis, and Dylan Goodale. Chris Cote here with Ross Williams. We're going to start with the Australian, Thomas Woods. Nice opening carve on a big chunk of water here, now into the foamy section. Inside Sunset, he attacks the closing portion of the wave, but Sunset has a way of tricking you, and that wave tricked Thomas Woods on the end, but a nice opening turn, and right behind him, Aritz Aramburu. Aritz has been around the block many times, Russ, well suited to Sunset Beach at any size.
Yeah, Aritz is such a smooth surfer too. He'll definitely be one to keep your eyes on in this heat. And then right here looks like Dylan Goodale. Oh, just getting hung up in that whitewash.
It's funny to me that Sunset Beach, for being such a giant playing field, a big, scary-looking wave, you know, this is a wave where you can win heats with threes.
Oh yeah.
You know, this is definitely a unique wave on the QS, and this is Thomas Woods. Great opening turn.
Nice carve there for Thomas. You know, you mentioned scores. That it is tough. It's easy to get lost out there. You could come in and just kind of laugh like, wow, I was nowhere near in competition for the top two in that heat. It's just one of those lineups where, you know, if you don't know exactly where to sit, and let's be honest, you needed a little bit of luck on your side.
I mean, that right there tells me that, you know, these guys have the opportunity. It's really almost like you just try to catch every wave that comes to you, because you never know what it could do on the inside. Here goes Aritz Aramburu. Nice smooth takeoff. Medium-sized wave here. Carves back into whitewater. Here's that inside section. He opts to go under, not into the lip. Smart choice right there. That wave would have demolished Aritz Aramburu.
I like where Aritz caught that wave.
Sunset, you know, these younger surfers who spend a lot of time on the North Shore seem to, you know, a lot of them kind of have it in the back of their mind that they have to know Sunset. A little bit more picturesque. That doesn't mean the ocean is any more inviting. Challenging conditions for our competitors, but big scores on offer.
Maybe, not sure.
Ooh,
straight into a
shot talk right there.
Snap.
Wow, all right. Got a heat on our hands now, folks. Dylan Goodale from Kauai. Spends a lot of time traveling the world on the QS, and now he finds himself with his first wave. Right behind him, Aritz Aramburu, CT QS journeyman, the veteran, really at any spot now, as he's kind of been on tour for the better part of the last decade and a half. Aritz Aramburu, his third wave, a little bit of a flurry in the action. The Australian, Thomas Woods, got a nice clean face to work with here. One big turn out the back. This wave's growing. Kind of freight trains down the line, so a third turn for Thomas Woods. Nicely ridden wave for your surfer in white.
Holy lottery ticket, Batman. That was kind of a smaller wave there for Thomas Woods, but
yeah, it's hard not to be a fan of Michael Ho, the legacy of the Ho family. I mean, he's won here. His brother Derek Ho has won here, and you're gonna have people very excited to watch and see what he does. He's got a tough heat though.
Here we go. Looks like Thomas Woods looking for a backup.
Well, Thomas Woods, he just had a nice entry-level, easy-to-ride Sunset Beach wave.
Mason
nice,
Ho,
mid-ranger through the middle, got an 817.
Sorry to jump in here, Chris. Yeah, Mason Ho. The cool thing about him is he surfs so much like his dad. It's uncanny. It's crazy. And everyone loves the way Mike Ho surfs here, especially at Haleiwa. At Sunset Beach. You know, he's easily probably my favorite surfer growing up here on the North Shore as a kid. You know, we all looked up to Michael Ho. Basically because he's just so fun to be around. He's always got a big smile on his face, and guess who's the same way? His son. You know, Mason is just such a cool cat.
Kaimana Hakis, speaking of Hawaiian dynasty, going straight up into the lip. There's where you just get into a little bit of trouble. It looked like he was possibly going to be able to overpower that section, but with so much water coming down, it's going to be very difficult. There's one wave on the planet that not many surfers can power through. That's Sunset Beach, but Kaimana Hakis, he's got the strength. He's got a 1 and a .83, so nothing really of note just yet. He's got 5 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Of any spot in the world for a contest, Sunset Beach is a time sucker. I mean,
Yeah.
it is going by so fast in these heats. Here's Aritz Aramburu. He's got a nice looking wave, taking the high line, hitting this inside section, cranks it off the bottom. Beautiful snapping carve. He likes it. He jumps off his board. His high score now is a 5.2, as low as a 2.17. Great choice in waves for Aritz Aramburu.
Yeah, and we talked about it before. Aritz is a smooth surfer. He really enjoys himself a great rail carve. So that is going to be a solid score for him. And he's just trying to throw away a 2-point ride. So he's going to be able to create just a little bit of separation between him and Dylan and Kaimana.
Well, Thomas Woods sitting on that 13.84 heat total, one of the highest of the day so far. So it doesn't take a lot. You got to have 2 solid waves to get through. And this one's looking good for Aritz.
I like that little high check turn there, and then he drops down and rips into that. Just great rail work. And I like the fact that I think Aritz knew that it was just going to be that last turn, so he tweaked it out just a little bit at the end, just to show the judges that he's trying to, you know, create a little bit of effort there at the end of that carve. And so again, he's going to make it a little bit more difficult. Right now, Dylan only needs a 1.64, but that's going to change.
Well, added flair most of the time will equal added points. The judges like to see you just add something extra to your turns. Even at Sunset Beach, I mean, this is a rail surfer's canvas out here, but you'll see guys like Aritz did just there, just that little added, you know, flurry at the end of his turn,
Right.
kick the tail out just a little bit, and I think that kind of gets the judges thinking a little bit more. And there you see that's their response, a 6.33. So it's a little bit extra at the end of that wave. But here goes Dylan Goodale. Now needs a 5.81. He's still in this heat. 1 turn out the back, kind of finishes it up. The wave flattens out, so he quickly jumps off his board. You see him now, steam powering himself straight back out into the lineup. 3 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Veteran competitors and, you know, guys that grew up basically next door to Sunset get lost out here. So it's that tricky. Here goes Thomas Woods, up and out real quick. Of course, priority in play here. Kaimana Hakis in yellow sits in the zone with priority, but with only a minute 45 seconds to go.
Got a ton of water up his sinuses and held under. Brutal.
You kind of alluded to it earlier. There's not much fear of hitting the reef. These are long, scary wipeouts. Here goes Aritz Aramburu, straight up in the lip. Nicely executed turn. Our first foam bounce of the day here at Sunset. Hammers the end section. So the powerful surfer from Spain, he may have just powered his way up into the lead. He needed a 7.52. A great surf heat for Thomas Woods and Aritz Aramburu. So heat 5 is over. It's looking like your Australian in white, Thomas Woods, will be advancing through with Aritz Aramburu.